he has that 100-mile stare. He will not stop moving forward. You could punch a hole through his face, out the back of his head, and I'm convinced he will come and eat your brain.
Yeah, he's 3-0 with 3 finishes over guys mostly bigger than him. I mean, it was cool to see him fighting at 195. I almost wish they'd have just made this fight at 205 and had him defend the belt, but it doesn't really matter. We get to see a Terminator fight, and man, it's going to be a fun one. He did have an opponent change pretty late in his fight camp. Ewald stayed the course. They found a new guy for him. But yeah, I mean, and he hit a mounted triangle in his last fight. You just don't see that often in MMA. He's hit rear-naked chokes, he's hit TKOs, he's fought some big brutes in his past. He's a guy who used martial arts to reform his lifestyle. Healthy living, hard working, a lot of strong weight loss. He's got a team behind him that really believes in him. You see Drew Ratajczyk in there in his corner. Nico Echeverry, who's coming off the knockout of his career. I mean, you can't say enough good things about this young fighter and his team. A real staple here in Houston.
Yeah, I didn't have such a deep commentary for him. I just know that this dude is a zombie, man. This dude is constantly moving forward, and he takes the damage he does take. I mean, it's not like he comes out unscathed. He'll take the damage, but it's amazing to me. I'm so glad he's on this card because, man, this is a fun style to watch.
Absolutely. And we got our 205-pound champ in the cage for this 195-pound catchweight. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Willie Davis.
Willie Davis, record of 2-0. You know, I think he's an 85er who was able to take the fight short notice at 195. I think Ewald actually may have the size advantage for the first time in his fight. He's almost always got the cardio advantage. I don't know about Willie's cardio, so no knock on it, but I've just not seen guys ever outpace Ewald. But I mean, he looks like he's in great shape, good, strong athlete, undefeated record.
Yeah, and you know, we don't know what they were doing whenever he got the call to take the fight, but I'm sure he was in camp, I'm sure he was in training. It's just the weight coming on, that's a big thing.
And we see our tail of the tape. I mean, a great matchup. Both guys coming in. You know, you actually don't get a pound allowance on catchweights. I don't know if Davis's team knew that. Doesn't really matter, as both guys came in super close to the 195 mark. Ewald with a slight height advantage.
Yeah, because let me tell you one thing that will not be an issue for Ewald, and that is cardio.
That's right. All right, we got Willie Davis making his way into the cage.
Alex, should we announce that? I mean, did we just get a prediction on how the fight was going to be finished?
We'll give you something to look out for. Let's get this fight official.
The following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds at a Fury Amateur Series catchweight of 195 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he weighed in at 194.6 pounds. Fighting out of Lamar, Texas, he holds a perfect amateur record, 3 wins, no losses. Here is Stevan, the Terminator Ewald. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 196 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 2 wins, no losses. Here is Willie, the Disciple Davis. Your referee in charge of the action, Danielle Guevara.
Yeah, so in the research I found, Willie Davis has a win by decision. I couldn't find the information on a second fight, but it was at 185 pounds. So he's coming up to this 195-pound catchweight. I'm happy to jump on the opportunity to fight here in Fury. And good stiff jab there from Willie Davis early on. Nice, good right hand over the top there from Davis. It's usually like the first minute or two that Ewald needs to be, defensively super responsible. These guys are super fresh. You just don't want to get hit by one of those nukes.
No.
Davis is nuking. That's what Ewald needs. This is what he needs. He's literally chase around the cage and grab him. Get some of that fast twitch muscle that everyone's got strong in round one out of there. Davis knows. I think he knows he's got to keep in range because he's using a really good stiff jab, great movement. Watch the right hand there of Willie Davis as he's been throwing it hard. We were told by Ewald's coach, watch for his rear uppercut once the pace kind of settles. Oh, nice kick there from Ewald. Almost caught by Davis.
Man, and I've said it before, Alex. These 185-pound professional fighters, the middleweights, for my money, are the scariest human beings on the planet.
Yeah, they're so big.
So big, and they're
so
still
fast.
Yep. And man, it's just, they have heavyweight knockout power. They have,
lightweight cardio.
speed and cardio. It's just, man, if you ever see a middleweight fighter and they look at you wrong, just leave.
Notice that was maybe the best right hand that Davis landed, but Ewald returns with a right hand of his own. And Ewald has not taken a single step backward since this fight started.
No, and he's taking some big shots.
Oh, big left hand hurts him. Oh, big left hand puts him down, and he's out.
Oh, he is out.
Man, that's how you beat him. You just gotta. Willie Davis, I think he knew he had his best chance early on in the first round to land those big, strong punches.
Yeah, that's not something you can take forever. I don't care how tough you are.
Yeah.
I mean, those big shots like that, from a guy that probably weighs 210 pounds right now.
Yeah, and it was back-to-back left hooks. It was two separate combinations, but it was really that left hook of Davis that found the mark. Anytime we get a real heavy pressure fighter, we were like, hey, you got to keep your chin glued to your sternum and your shoulders higher than your temples, and just make sure we don't get intercepted by a big shot. He won't sit up. He was okay. It was a good punch that put him down. It was a great stoppage.
Yeah, and don't worry about Stevan Ewald. He could fight later on this card if he.
Yeah, if he wanted
I guarantee you, if he wanted to, he could fight later on this card.
And props to Willie Davis. He's a new face here in Fury, but he instantly, when the fight was over, stopped punching. Was very respectful. I was like seeing, kind of the martial arts code, taking precedent here in the Fury cage. Willie Davis, another guy to keep your eye on.
Yeah, that's a big, heavy-handed middleweight, Alex.
Yeah.
And good. I mean, his cardio held up. It only went into the first round, but man, you just have no idea when you're throwing those big punches how much cardio that takes. It takes a ton.
Yeah, in our last Fury Amateur show, we just saw the 185-pound, the middleweight belt get captured by Dorian Bryant. Yeah, you got Willie Davis at 3-0. I mean, that's a statement to maybe contend for the belt. We'll see.
Yeah, that sounds like a good fight to me. Yeah, Willie Davis just threw his name in the hat. This 185-pound amateur division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Daniel Guevara calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 47 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Willie the Disciple Davis.
All right, Willie Davis with the big knockout there. Stevan Ewald, our light heavyweight champion, coming down to a catchweight fight at 195.